part 2 because that video got cut off. So they told us that it would be too much work to take out that all the slides of laminate that they had put in to get to that point, to replace that and then put them all back in. It'd be too much work for them to do that. So they just straight up weren't gonna do it. So we were stuck with a chipped flooring that now is exposed to elements, water. Weight is more, what's the word? It can get damaged more easily now. It's exposing the rest of the flooring because it's not secured, held in there. And then there's the 2 bathroom mirrors, actually. There's the upstairs bathroom, which is the main one, and then we have a little powder room downstairs on the main floor. Both mirrors are chipped. And decent size, too. They didn't say anything about that. Yeah, it's glass, so I mean, you don't really want to touch it. The cupboards in the kitchen and in the bathrooms for the vanities, they are just your cheap poster board, like a little bit stronger than that. Like, it's wood, but I wouldn't say like wood. It's more, I'm sure you know, like the cheap cupboard stuff, right? So it's just that. They didn't secure the doors to the side of it properly, so they all unhinge, fall off all the time. We have to keep tightening them back up and stuff. A couple of them actually fell off completely, just irreplaceable, because the hinge itself gave out. The shelves in there are, like, we have like the little spigot things to like hold the shelves in place, like to, put them on. We have, for some cupboards, we have many of those, but no shelves. And in other ones, it's the reverse. We have a shelf, but no things to hold, right? So it's just laying on the floor of the cupboard. And they're not the same size, so you can't just swap them out. We were told for that, we contacted them. Everything that we contacted them about, which is everything that's wrong with the house, they've just said either we're not taking care of it, or they haven't gotten back to us. They never reply, nothing. The back patio is just a typical sliding door, glass patio door. The lock on that, it broke within the first 3 months most that we moved in. They refused to fix it, and it was just broken off. So then we get in contact with the people who make it, the actual manufacturers. They say that they don't even make that kind anymore because it's so old. So now we have to go to my grandfather, which it's good that he was helpful in those situations, because until we could get that fixed, we had to have an actual a wood, a long chunk of wood that was in the track. So you couldn't like open it, you know? There was no other lock, we couldn't. So that's the only thing we had, and Habitat refused to help. The sump pump outside, like the output for outside, they just laid on top of the grass, sod, the newly planted sod. And they didn't bury it, nothing. So that ruined our new sod that they had. They just laid that on top of the grass too, the ground. They didn't even like, you know, plant it in there. Make sure it was, I know you don't plant it, it's just, they just laid it there, didn't agitate the ground or nothing. So it didn't take. And then for the water to wash that out like that, so then we had to actually dig a trench to try and bury it. So we tried the one time, the one area, going down, I believe it was 4 feet. This whole like long trench for the pump to bury it. Only to find out that there's water too far down. So we couldn't go anywhere with it, because you can't obviously bury it further than water, which would defeat the purpose. So, and we tried burying it somewhere else in the backyard, but our backyard is shit. It's all clay and gravel and stuff underneath. So that didn't work. And that one we had done, I believe it was 6 feet. Like, I could stand in